picked up on that. That's awesome. Okay, so welcome to the Culture Shock workshop tonight. Now, we're the Student Alumni Association and it's presented by us. And we're going to start with the opening prayer by Amy. She's the president of the New Zealand student chapter. And her major is psychology and she's a senior. So she'll be giving our opening prayer.
Dear Father in heaven, at this time, my beloved Son, and on our Savior Jesus Christ, Amen.
Amen. Okay, before we start, my name is Teresa and I'm the supervisor of the Student Alumni Association. Now, does anyone know what that is? Kind of? Okay, that's good, kind of. Well, anyway, the girls at the back, they know what it is, because they're part of this. But each one of you are part of a student chapter. Now, they used to be called cultural clubs. You're probably familiar, like you probably heard about them before you came here, like the Samoan Club, the Tongan Club, the European Club, but now we call them student chapters. And so each one of you, including those from the mainland, are part of a student chapter. And so we have a lot. These are our Asian student chapters for our Asian students that are here. These are our Pacific Island student chapters. We have quite a few. And these are our non-target. Also, I realized that I forgot to put European student chapter in there. There's also a European student chapter. Now, our job is to help you through these three transitions. Coming to campus as new students, like you are now, so that's why we're doing this culture shock training, and being successful as current students, and also returning home as alumni. Now, our school, I'm not sure if you know this, but we're one of the most diverse schools in this country. We have over 70 countries represented here. That's a lot of diversity, right? Am I right?
Right.
Yeah, that's heaps.
Yeah, for sure.
Hands up who's not from America here. We're all from different, there's a lot of different countries represented, as you could see with the different student chapters. Now, yeah, like I said, we're very, very, very diverse. And so a lot of you are probably not used to a lot of the cultures that are here. How many of you have met someone from a country that you've never come across before, like a culture you've never heard of? That's good. That's good. Yeah. So already you've met some, people from different countries that you've never come across before, and we have a lot of different things. So not only will you be introduced to different cultures, but you also have a different, like for those of you who are not even from this country, you're going to have a different academic culture. This is different because we're in America, and also religion is integrated into our education. So we have things like the honor code, and we have standards that we're held up to as members of the church. Now, culture shock. Does anyone know what culture shock is? Kind of? Give it a go, give it a go.
Alright, I'm going to give it a go. Well, for me, culture shock is like when you come into contact with something that you're not used to, like a way of doing things. And culture doesn't have to be like nationality. It can be like, just the way you're raised, or the way, what region that you're from of an area, or something like that, or what religion you're from. So when you come into contact with something you're not used to, and you don't know how to respond.
Exactly. So the dictionary definition, actually come to us afterwards, you can get a shirt for that one. You can get a shirt for that one. Okay, so the dictionary definition is, the term culture shock is the anxiety, feelings of frustration, alienation, and anger that may occur when a person is placed in a new culture. Now, there's 4 stages of culture shock: the honeymoon stage, the withdrawal stage, the adjustment stage, and the acceptance stage. Now, the honeymoon stage It's a bit tricky, right? Yeah? It's like, this kind of represents it very well. Well, I don't know where I found this photo, but it represents it very well because when you first come in contact with a new culture, right? It's so, like, it's just impressive. And you're just like, wow, right? When you first came to Hawaii, you just rode down Cam Highway and you're like, there's beaches over here. You come onto our campus and you're just feeling positive, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling fascinated about everything around you. You come to our school, look how beautiful our campus is. We have like mountain ranges, it's like picture perfect, our campus. I was like, and look, and you even look at the beaches. That's an aerial photo and you can see through the water, you can see the rocks in the water. I was like, that's how beautiful Hawaii is. And you got the PCC. How many of you visited the PCC? Yeah? Wait, have you guys been on your PCC tour yet?
Friday.
No.
Friday.
So, Friday?
Friday.
Okay, so you guys will get to see it. But wasn't it amazing when you guys went there? Right? It was amazing. Yeah. But then, typically, round about 3 to 4 months in, sometimes earlier, for me it was like probably 2 weeks into my stay here. Yeah. The culture shock really hits, and you step into the withdrawal stage. That's the second stage of culture shock. Now, and you start to find the things that are around you, like the way people are acting, it's not so familiar anymore, right? And you're like, hang on, wait a second. This is nothing like my, how people act at home, and that fascination's like walls like lifted. And you're like, wait, this is just a little bit weird. And first of all, if you look here, it's a little bit small, but you can see the different dresses. You're going to see people, even on Sunday, come to school in their traditional dress. And so you'll see guys. How many of you have seen guys wearing skirts for the first time in your life? No? No? You've come across that before? Oh, that's a good. I'm glad, so that's not part of the culture shock. But you're going to see guys on Sunday come with Sulus and what do we call it in different cultures? FIKs. And that's like the formal wear in our countries, and that's normal for us. Now, just as much as like what we see, like the dress, everyone dresses like, the greetings are a little bit different. So typically in the Asian culture, I'm not sure if you guys have come across this yet, they bow to you when they greet. And so we have 2 students coming up to show us. Typically how we greet in the Asian culture.
Okay, I'm Asian. I'm demonstrating how Asian does. So usually if I don't know, if I just meet a stranger, then I'll just go like this. And if I want to bow more formal, like if like Japanese way is like 90 degrees. Yes. But right now you probably won't see it on campus. But if I bow to elderly or somebody that I should respect to, I would do like this. Yeah, that's how Asians bow.
And then how do you feel, Pauline?
What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Like,
this is what typically a person would think when they're in culture shock, yeah? Okay, now in the Pacific culture, we typically greet by kissing and hugging.
okay. So in Polynesia, we don't really have bubbles. And so personal space is right here. Okay, so when I see him, oh my goodness, how are you? What's your grandma's name? We're probably related.
Typically how a person would think. Okay, now Latin American culture. Hola, ¿cómo está? Typically how someone feels with culture shock. And then we have the domestic from the mainland. This is how typically they greet.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, you know, I'm just doing.
Some of you international students, you might come across that and find that a bit weird, but that's just that's just how I picture it. Okay, now so personal space. Sorry. We have the bubble's pretty big for personal space bubble for the Asian culture. So typically you don't know the person, right? What do you do, Max? You don't really come so close to them, right?
Maybe like one arm or two arms space.
Yep. So now we have the domestic culture, mainland. It's still a little bit. Stay right there, Max. Just a little bit further in. Wait, you stay right there, Max. You come a little bit further in. You're a little bit further in. And then we have the Pacific culture. Wait, you're a little bit closer to me. And then we have the Latin American culture. Right up in my Hola. So, like I said, in the Asian culture, some people just stand a little bit distance away. Mainland. A little bit more, but Pacific and Latin America, they're typically going to be up in your personal bubble. Thank you, guys. Just as much as we have greetings, we have dress, and we have our personal space, we have language differences. Now, here in Hawaii, has anyone come across pidgin yet? Hawaiian pidgin? Yeah, a few of you? Okay, so typically in Hawaii, this is how most of the locals speak. Normally they speak it to each other, so you probably won't hear them speak it directly to you, but they speak it to each other, and you're going to hear it everywhere. So these are typical phrases that you're probably going to hear. How's it, which is how are you? The kind's used for everything, really. It's used for everything. That mean. It's really cool. Choke means a lot of something. 2 mils, trying too hard. A lot of people use that. Cherry good. And shoots. A lot of people use shoots. So just to say, all right then, see you later. And so we have 2 students here who are going to demonstrate Hawaiian pidgin. First they're gonna say what they say it in English, and then they're gonna do